December 7th, 2025, BUDDHADHAMMA, Chapter 7, 7.4, Additional Attributes of an Arahant. Point A, Outward Demeanor. Page 715. In the Dhamma Sutra, King Phra of Kosala told Gautama Buddha the reason for his faith in the Ratanatai, the triple gem. Gautama Buddha endorsed these principles as Dhamma the moments in honoring of the eternal law Dhamma, Satana Dharma, and said that they are fundamental to the holy life. He encouraged the members of the monastic Sangha to remember them. One section of this sutra describes the Bhikkhu disciples of Gautama Buddha as follows. Again, Venerable Sir, I have walked and wandered from park to park and from the garden to garden. There I have seen some recluses and Brahmins who are lean, wretched, unsightly, jaundice, with veins standing out of their limbs, such that people would not want to look at them again. They seeming to neglect others. I have thought, surely these venerable ones are leading the holy life in discontent, or they have done some evil deed and are concealing it. But here I see bhikkhus smiling, cheerful, sincerely joyful, plainly delighting, their faculties fresh, living at ease, unruffled, subsisting on what others give, abiding with the mind as a wild deer's, I have thought. Surely these venerable ones perceive successive states of lofty distinction in the Blessed One's dispensation. This too, Venerable Sir, is why I infer according to the eternal law of Dharma about the Blessed One. The Blessed One is fully enlightened. The law of Dharma is well proclaimed by the Blessed One. The community of Sangha, the Blessed One's disciple, is practicing the good way. At the break of dawn, those bhikkhus go out of their dwellings, from the forests, from the base of the trees and the hillsides. The way they walk forward, step backward, look around, and bend, extend their arms, instills faith. With eyes cast down, they are perfect in demeanor. As long as the monks meet in harmony, redresses problems in harmony, and carry on their business in harmony, they may be expected to prosper and not decline. Point B, happiness and liberation. The elder bhikkhus dress in the morning and take in their alms bowl and robe and enter a village or a town for alms round. There they speak on the eternal law of Dharma, and the lay people show their confidence in them. They use their gains without being tied to them, uninfatuated with them, not blindly absorbed in them, seeing the danger in them and understanding the escape. These gains increase their beauty and strength, and on their account they do not meet death or deadly suffering. A wise one whose heart is undisturbed is free from mental proliferation. He has stopped brooding. Everywhere he sees peace. He does not praise himself among his equals, superiors, or those lower standing. One who is free from frustration, who has gone beyond becoming or not becoming this or that, is fearless, sorrowless, blissful. Even the devatas cannot see into his heart. One who has cut all bonds of attachment, remove worry deep within the heart, the peaceful one sleeps happily, attained to perfect peace of mind. Point C, master of the heart, rulers of thought. A great man is one great of wisdom to whatever train of thought he wishes to apply himself. To the train of thought he does apply himself. To whatever train of thought he desires not to apply himself, to that train of thought he does not apply himself. Whatever intention he wishes to intend, he does so, or if he so wishes. Thus, he is the master of the mind in the ways of thought. Point D, loving all creatures, intimate with death and separation. In life, one is unafflicted. At death, one grieves not. If he is a sage, a seer of the path, surrounded by grief, he grieves not. I do not rejoice in death. I am not attached to life. I will discard this body with established mindfulness and clear comprehension. I do not rejoice in death. I am not attached to life. I wait for my time, as a servant whose finished work waits for his wages. At one time, Venerable Upasena Thera was sitting in the cave in Sitavana forest. Two venomous snakes were chasing each other. One of them fell on Upasena and bit him. The poison spread quickly. He knew that he was about to die, but his behavior did not change. He asked his fellow monks to place him on a bed and carry him so that he could enter Parinibbana outside. On one occasion, Venerable Ananta asked Venerable Sariputra if he would grieve if Gautama Buddha was to pass away. Sariputra replied, even if the teacher himself were to die, still sorrow, lamentation, pain, displeasure, and despair would not arise in me. However, it would occur to me, the teacher, so influential, so powerful and mighty, has passed away. If the Blessed One had lived for a long time, that would have been for the welfare and happiness of the multitude, for the compassionate assistance to the world. The elder Venerable Attimutta was captured by bandits, but experienced no fear. The bandit leader was perplexed. Those people in the past whom we have killed for the sacrifice or obtained their money were always afraid. They trembled and wailed. But you experienced no fear, and your complexion is bright. How is it that you don't cry out at the time of such grave danger? One who is not attached to life experiences no mental suffering, chieftain. One who has destroyed the fetters have passed beyond all fear of pain. I do not fear death, just like someone would not fear lying down a burning. One who has reached the ultimate needs nothing in this world. He is not aggrieved by death. He is like one who has escaped a burning house. The Lord Gautama Buddha has said that all things in this world and all realms attainable by beings are dependent. I have no thought of, I have been, I will be, or I will be not, or the thoughts, my formations will vanish. Why should I cry out over these formations, chieftain? One who sees according to the truth that there is only the arising of phenomenon, only the cessation of formation, experiences no fear. When a person sees the world with wisdom as similar to wood and grass, he will have no need to seize anything as mine. He does not grieve. Mine is lost. I have no more requirement for this body. I wish for no realm of existence. This body will disintegrate. There will not be another. Whatever you must do with my body, do as you wish. I will experience no anger or delight as a consequence of your actions. Listening to the elder's words, the bandits' hair stood on end, and they dropped their weapons. After further questioning, they asked to become disciples. Some of them even requested ordination as Buddhist monks. Bhikkhus, even if bandits were to sever you savagely limb by limb with two-handed saw, he who gives rise to the mind of hate towards them would not be carrying out my teaching. As long as they live, the Arahants have abandoned the slaying of creatures. They abide friendly and compassionate to all creatures, to all beings. Wishing in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease, even as a mother protects her life, her child, her only child. So with the boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. Even those with an arrow stuck in the breast, even these here stricken get to sleep. So why should I not get to sleep when my arrow has been drawn out? Go into wild places I dread not, nor am I afraid to sleep. During the nights and days, nothing afflicts me. I see for myself no loss in the world. Therefore, I can sleep in peace, full of compassion for all beings. The first attribute of a great man with great wisdom is he is dedicated to the welfare of many people, to the happiness of many people. He has established many people in the way of the noble ones, that is, possessing beautiful qualities, in possessing wholesome qualities. This is the quality of Gautama Buddha. Arahants, however, follow this practice, and the term Mahapurisa, the great man, is a common epithet for Arahants. When encountering the canonical records of the inner life of Arahants, ordinary people may brand Arahants as eccentric, wrongly imagining that they have no concern for others and heartlessly letting things take their own course. Therefore, it is important to remind people of Arahants' outward behavior, that they conduct their lives responsibly and justly. What is the nature of the person's life when there is no unresolved experiences congesting the mind or defilements ruling the heart? Eccentric or strange behavior can be found in some person who have attained certain levels of concentration relief. Sito vimutti. Arahants, however, have attained release through wisdom. Panya vimutti. They do not hold even to that thought. I am one who is free from grasping. No impurities there are there to form an identity as someone who is unattached. No new attachments are made. The spiritual attainments, which could bring about a dismissive attitude towards the things they have left behind. Nor are there any defilements that cause disgust or disinterest. Arahants thus act responsibly, appropriately, and wisely out of a wholesome service to the world. An absence of fear, even of being startled, is the key mental attribute of an Arahant. As mentioned earlier in the section of qualities of the heart, the citta, the sita, Arahants are free of any greed, free from any hatred, and free from any delusion, which are the causes for fear and anxiety. Fear stems from defilements buried deeply in the subconscious. It is an immediate reaction when confronted by frightening objects, a process that happens so quickly a person is not fully aware of it, because the reaction occurs before mindfulness is established. Fear is very difficult to conceal. It is thus a good indication that subtle mental impurities still lie dormant. When fear is present, it's not easy to deceive others or to delude oneself. In special circumstances, when outward behavior suggests the realization of arahantship, or someone mistakenly believes to have reached such realization, Dhamma practitioners have used fear as a test. For example, from the scriptures in the story of the elder monk, proficient in the 8 attainments, the 8 samapatti. As mental defilements were suppressed by the power of these attainments, for 60 years he believed himself to be an arahant. One day when he saw a trumpeting, ferocious elephant, he was startled and thus knew that he was still unawakened.